We feel like pioneers in a way.
Now, all of us thought that with Trump's announcement, especially after the crypto summit, we're going to be seeing a proper bull run start, at least for altcoins. Maybe not for Bitcoin, but at least for altcoins. And with the crypto reserve talk and all of that. But I think many people were let down because of the lack of information that we got from that summit. It wasn't exactly the kind of summit that we expected. Not a lot of people got a chance to talk in there. It was a very short one, so I think the markets are reacting to that, as well as the trade wars, the Ukraine war not ending yet. It's still pending. So we have to see what's going to happen, because if the stock market crashes, how can you expect Bitcoin to survive that kind of crash? Even the S&P 500 crashed. So here you could see it's currently trading at $81,543. It did pop back a bit after that major crash that we've seen to 76.5K. But it's gone up to like 84K, and then it just started going down again because it is still on a downtrend, as you can see here, putting in a lower low and then a lower high here. This was obviously fueled by the news that Sunday when Trump announced the crypto reserve, but aside from that, Bitcoin was on a downtrend anyway, so it wouldn't have probably seen this pop, but after this, it would have probably continued further down anyway, so we may have even seen it go lower than it was. Now, the big question on everyone's mind is how low can we go? And to be fair, around 69K, 68K, that's the next great area of support there. But before that, we may encounter a little bit of support around 73, 72K here. As you can see, this is from May 2024. I just can't believe that we've seen prices like that. Even March 2024, when we got to that high of around 72K. And then we had major pullbacks as well, major swings here. The volatility is insane even for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin wasn't as volatile as the altcoins. And, ever since we had that ETF, it's just going insane, right? Traders are trading it, institutions are trading it. So it's going wild here with the swings, right? And this is just, on the 4-hour chart. So, trading something like this as a swing trader would be cool because, you get a signal for a short here, you're shorting. Then you get a signal for a move back up here after the major dump. So you're longing. And then you're repeating again and again, as many times as you can here. Of course, you would obviously get caught out here because you think that maybe this is going to be going down again, given that it has put in a lower high here. Now, because of the way this is moving, it does give us a sign that the trend is changing. So it did change, of course, but right now we don't know what could happen. Everyone thinks that we could see a pullback to those levels once again. Look, it's not looking great today. It's doom and gloom again. It wants to go down. It's going to put in probably a big red candle here on the 4-hour chart. It's probably going to close like that. Who knows? We'll have to see, but I'm expecting this to go down again, and it's probably going to be lower than this low that we've seen here at 76K. Now, when it comes to Solana's not doing great either, right? It's following Bitcoin, but it did manage to hold quite a bit here, trade sideways. It wanted to move back up, but there's just not enough strength. As you can see, it is quite weak in the way we're getting these small bounces here. So now with Bitcoin crashing, if it's going to revisit 72K or lower, then of course it's going to drag Solana with it. You can expect these levels here of like $86. Before that, you're probably going to get $100 because we do have a bit of a support here from this previous low, which is not really big. It's not something that I would be very comfortable in trusting here. It hasn't been a big support area. It hasn't accumulated for a period of time to say that this is solid and it's probably going to survive this. I think it's going to go right below this, even if it stops here for a while. If Bitcoin goes to 72K, $100 is probably being optimistic. We're probably looking more at like $80 here. Now, of course, Solana does have multiple areas of support. So before it crashes to the floor, it's probably going to go to like I said, $100, maybe $80, maybe around 78 here. We got a bit of a support here as well. And then again, around 65. So I'm not saying it has to go to those levels, but there is a possibility that it could, right? Obviously the safest part of buying Solana, if I was to, not financial advice, but if I was to buy like a large bag, if I had a lot of cash on the side, and I would see it crash like crazy, like to get like 60 something dollars, I would be more concerned that we could even see the previous levels that we've seen in 2023 where it went to like $30, and this area held really well here. So this is where I'd be buying like crazy, because I know that that range is quite solid. You know, it has stacked up around there. So you're likely to see more buying pressure. But I do think we're going to see buying pressure if it gets to like $80. I don't know if it's going to go as low as the 2003 values, but you never know. I mean, it's crypto, and if the meme coin hype is died out, then we could be seeing those low numbers once again. So we have to see. And this was posted by Frederick here on CoinMarketCap, saying that FTX Alameda has unstaked 185,328 Solana, worth around $23 million, and distributed it across 38 addresses. And he posted a screenshot here showing the actual transfer. So this is scary, because what does this mean? I mean, could they be holding this? I don't think so, right? Are they waiting for maybe another pop to the upside and then they'll sell, or are they looking to sell right now? So this has sparked a bit of fear as well. Not that much fear, to be fair, because like I said, Solana is moving with Bitcoin right now. So if Bitcoin's going up, Solana follows. But these people are likely wanting to sell, because why else would they unstake? Or at least they want to get ready for it. So it is scary the way it is right now. It's not looking very positive here, because even if we had this big pullback here, this big week, and then we started going higher, this was all thanks to Bitcoin, not because of Solana particularly, because it hasn't moved different than Bitcoin. So of course we had this week here as well. We went up like crazy, and then we still went down, you know. So, and then again, we had another week here. We went up for a bit, then we went down further. Again, a week here, we went up, you know, and then we went down again. So there's no trust here when it comes to these weeks. There are no guarantees. And again, this one was caused by the news, the crypto reserve news, when Trump mentioned Solana. But otherwise, he would have probably done this and then bang, down, you know. So that's the thing. We got to keep in mind here that at the end of the day, Solana moves with the market unless something bullish is going to happen. And aside from the Solana CME futures announcement, which is due on the 17th of March, there's also the possibility that maybe a Solana ETF might be announced, but we don't know when that's going to happen, because these things take time, and I don't think it's prioritized right now. You know, they've got other stuff on their mind. Like in the US, they're trying to get money from all sides now. So when it comes to these tariffs, we have to see what's going to happen with Greenland as well, if they're going to convince the people of Greenland to hand over the territory through some kind of referendum. We don't know, right? Anything's possible. We don't know what's going to happen with the deal with Ukraine, if they're going to get minerals. You know, if everything would be positive, like say for example, if the US was to get the minerals or a share of those minerals from Ukraine, if they would be able to get Greenland and get more minerals there as well, because that's also rich in minerals, but it is harder to mine, then, you know, the economy could turn around and it could mean something positive. But I just don't know if Putin actually wants peace. That's the thing. So it's scary. So knowing whether Putin doesn't actually want peace and is desperate to get those territories, he's desperate to bring back USSR again, you know, I think that we may be seeing more red in the market. So just be careful out there when it comes to buying. Don't rush, you know, be patient, because in bear markets like this, we could really see the prices go down hard. And, you know, when you see some sort of sign of recovery in terms of the economy, that's the time to get in, because even if you get in after a pump when the market crashed like crazy, that's still better than waiting here, hoping that this is going to go back up and then you see a major crash to like say $60 for Solana, rather than waiting for that like $70, $80 entry, which would be safer, because that would tell you that the trend is changing and it's now time to get in. So think about it. You're buying in on $125. The market crashes like crazy to 60, and then you're stuck there. You know, even if you're deploying more capital later, you're still not averaging down enough. So I'm not telling you to sell right now, but you know, if you did sell, maybe just reconsider before buying back in, because there's nothing positive right now in the market to determine that the trend is changing and that the market is turning bullish. It's a shame. You know, I did think that this is going to be the case. I thought that we're going to see something positive in the market, because I thought Trump actually cares about crypto, but in fact, he's probably gotten pushed from other parties around him, you know, and they suggested, you know, if you want to do great for America, you know, support Web3, give businesses a chance, maybe consider lowering the capital gains tax. I'm not sure, right? We have to see what kind of information is going to release there. But knowing him, you know, he's being manipulated a lot by other parties who are smarter than him. So you just got to remember that as well. Thank you for watching. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.